The Xer unit was effective in many ways. I think it was a bit like the drag and drop box. It would help you for the accounting concepts, especially, like you had to match each one to which concept was related to which one, and then you had the podcast, which was helpful as well, I think, before the exam.
In Lecture 7, you'll look at depreciation and doubtful debts, both of which are further examples of what we call our post-trial balance.
Everything was good about it. I think probably the best module that had the best offerings on StudySpace at the moment, for me personally, because it helped me today in my exam.
I downloaded them and put them on my phone just because I travelled for an hour to get here, so I thought I might as well listen to it while on the way here, and it helps me refresh my knowledge about it before lectures or exam.
And what Nadia has chosen to do is to watch the podcast and do the worksheet based on the podcast. How's it going?
It's new. This is new for me. I say to her, old-fashioned. I'm old-fashioned.
And now?
Yeah, now it's okay.
I think it's fantastic. I think it's really energised the module. I think it's improved the relationships between the teaching staff, which has made us more linked, more integrated, which I think has had a big positive effect on our relationships with the students. In terms of the actual sorts of things that the students have been doing, I think they've been beneficial for different reasons and beneficial in different ways for different students.
Personally, everything's been a benefit for me. For MYO, there have been reading guides which I can go through and read the textbook at the same time, so I know where I'm at and what we're going to cover in the class before I go to the lecture. Everything basically online has helped for revision and just preparing me for the lecture.
What has worked has been, I think, the different ways of getting the information across. So some of it, as I say, they're listening to me reading, some of it they're reading literally just on the screen, some of it they're then having to complete the sentences, doing drag and drop exercises. So I think the variety is great, and the students so far seem to really appreciate that.
I would like to class it as essential, because I don't think they all get the 100% out of the lesson at all times, because you do the activities, some are doing it, some aren't, some work at a slower pace, some work at a faster pace, but you also have a time limit with what you can and can't do in class. So this is a very good way of getting them to go home and make sure they understand what it is they've just learned. And it takes away that you have to go and do 5 pages of reading, which they never want to do, but doing it maybe from this angle, it's a little bit more exciting.
It is additional learning in order to, acquire more. You can never go wrong with too much resources, and I would definitely say it is essential, because if you are struggling with any particular part of the course, whatever unit it is, I would definitely suggest to use the podcasts and the drag-in boxes just to test what you've learned, because that's what it is. It's to test what you've learned, as opposed to just sitting down in a lecture and just listening. So it's a refreshment as well, so you can see the areas where you definitely need to improve on. So I definitely suggest that it is essential.